Hey guys, thanks for stopping by for another episode here at alliseeisW, where we talk about stocks, crypto, and finance. In today's video, we have a lot to cover. I'll be sharing with you latest updates with Opendoor technologies. We've been hearing so much about open stock. What's the price prediction? How high can open doors really go? All around the world right now, we're getting a lot more people who really understand the use case of open army, and we're seeing the open army getting bigger, stronger, and louder all around the different, countries. We're getting such bigger sentiment right now, and that's why we're seeing a lot more people buying into open door technologies. This can potentially drive up the share price. Now, if you're new to this channel, if you're part of the Open Army team, I would really appreciate you hitting the like, subscribing for more related content. Let's get started, guys.
It's Derek Jackson in front of Drake's house. Day one. We're going to keep coming back until Drake buys one share Open Door Technologies.
There you have it from Eric Jackson. He's working very hard. Stay until the end, where we will also be playing a video clip of Eric Jackson on day 13. Cointelegraph posts that there is now 86% chance of a rate cut in September. What does that mean? This is going to be very bullish. You think about, loans, mortgage rates, all of that's going to be going down. This is really going to be driving the economy up, more investing, more, purchases of homes. This is going to be very good for the United States. Let's take a look at, the mortgage rate. So, 30-year fixed mortgage rates currently at 6.52%, hasn't been lower in almost 11 months. So, we've been seeing mortgage rates, ramp up since COVID time from like 3% all the way up to like close to double digits. And now, going from like 7.25% down to 6.5%, this is looking very good, and we may very well have it go down even further. Annie posts, Open Door has made it to the Wall Street Journal. Who's going to stop it now? So the title is A Band of Retail Investors Powered the Meme Stock Rally. Now they're flexing. Individual traders and social media influencer pushed to oust the CEO of Open Door Technologies and got what they wanted. Well, when you think about it, though, the CEO, he actually just used his own money to buy, Open Door, close to about, less than $150,000. That shows the belief in the use case of Open Door when you got the leader doing that, as well as, the fan base. And I wouldn't call this a meme stock. I would call this a cult right now. Open Army is going global. Pillow Swing posts his Open Door hourly chart. It looks like this thing might turn up again this week, sitting directly on the 50 moving average and have the supporting trend line dating, back mid-August, acting as support as well. Don't sleep on open this week. And as we head closer to September 17th FOMC meeting, at which there is an 87 chance of a 25% rate cut, which could lift open way higher. So definitely seeing this hover in this pennant flag. It's only a matter of time before we squeeze to the next leg up. DX Post is open. This looks ready to run again after consolidating in a pattern almost identical to the last move. Goldman Sachs just boosted their position to 11 million shares, which is something to not take lightly. Next week could be very, very interesting, very bullish, seeing it, hover in this bull flag. I think it's going to retest the prior resistance, getting close to that $6 range prior test. And then soon enough, we'll get into the double digits range. Mike posts breaking open 13F filing, two Sigma advisors, $75 billion fund, increase open position sharply by 616% or 1.2 million shares of a total holding of 13 million shares, Open Door Technology. So not only are retail buying it, even, the Open Door leadership's buying, but also financial institutions. We've heard about Goldman Sachs. Eventually, we're going to hear BlackRock, Fidelity. Once the big whales start buying in, this puppy's going to be sending it to new levels. Eric Jackson posts, this is our man, Yao, who organizes our open WeChat group in China, one of us. So definitely all around the world right now, we're going global. It's getting much bigger by the day. Stevie O, give him a follow. I call him the open army general. He's very bullish, including myself. we're part of the Open Army team, but with his post, he's saying, here's the tally from 219 replies who are in Open. The world is buying and holding Open. So you see US, Canada, Sweden, Belgium, Germany, UK, South Korea, Singapore, Italy, Hong Kong, China, Saudi Arabia, Taiwan, Chile, Australia, France, UAE, Brazil, Peru, Israel. So it just keeps growing right now. All global countries are getting on board right now. The train will just keep going. We're just going to keep building onto that open army. Stevie O reposted my post where I said open about to march to $10 in September. Then open army starts the road to $82 led by General Bit Stevio. So, are we going to see $10 in September? Put it in the comments what your prediction is for the month of September. Trader Cobb posts about open pausing at resistance, but not for long. His price target is we're going to be getting to $13.44. Yes, we had this, minor consolidation time point, but his prediction is soon enough we're going to be getting into the double digit range. So let me know in your comments how high you think we're going to be going in this cycle in 2025. The professor posts about open. When it starts with the bang, it ends with the boom. Second consolidation underway. No need to guess the targets. Just look at the chart. So, we see this bull flag playing out, but he's saying somewhere around that $8 is where we're going to get to in the month of September. Let's take a look at technical analysis of Opendoor technology. So I have a couple indicators that I'm using right now, price heat meter and alpha trends. I like using these two. It gives me an indicator as to where the price is going and where, is it backed by, the volume right now. Obviously, we know that Opendoor Technologies, in terms of volume, they're ranked top three with options, with shares right behind Tesla, Nvidia. We've been having consolidation. At one point, the prior resistance 589. That was the last test. It's consolidating. It didn't reach below $4. I have the support line drawn there, currently at 445. We may very well start seeing Opendoor climb up as we head into the month of September. I think we can very well break beyond the $5.90. And once we break through this threshold, we're going to be marching along the way to get to double digit range. But overall, buy signal started July 9th. We will continue to ride that trend up. I think there's so much momentum right now. OBV volumes increasing, relative strength, MACD divergence. Everything's looking good. We had, consolidation on the prior resistance. And soon enough, we're going to have that flip to support. But this is looking very bullish. Open doors as we scale out. I think, where we are going to be headed, as we head towards, end of year, definitely we're going to be in the double digit range. It'll be hard to know where it's going to land, but I definitely do see the use case that with Carvana, I mean, look at their stock, close to about $400 per share. At one point, they were like in the single digits, $3. So Carvana, has the same use case. They sell cars, buy cars on the, Carvana app. Open Doors is the same deal. Now it's a much bigger market. You're selling real estate and buying real estate. That can really drive much more revenue. And for those reasons, I really do think there's so much upside with Open Door Technologies, all with the efforts led by Eric Jackson. Got to give him credit. He's been doing so much work. In fact, I will be playing to you a recent video clip from him on day 13 at Drake's house to, have him buy one share of Open Door Technologies.
Hey guys, day 14, back here in front of Drake's house. As the streak is going to end tomorrow. The streak where we came here wanting Drake to buy one share of Opendoor. I got to fly to San Francisco this afternoon, and then I'm going to be going to New York for Wednesday, Thursday. So not sure the next time I'm going to be back. Maybe Thursday night back here. But we came here because we wanted to make contact with Drake. We have made some contact with the team around them, and told them a little bit about Opendoor. We'd like them to buy one share. There have been a couple of articles just in the last couple of days published, written about me and this whole campaign around Opendoor and the Open Army. Wall Street Journal had an article that came out last night. And then on Friday, Bloomberg's Matt Levine wrote a little post, really confused about why I was doing this. So when I'm in New York, I offered to meet with Matt to explain. But basically, everybody in the Six is a huge Drake fan. as am I. We felt really proud when he talked about Toronto around the time that the Raptors won. And his success, I think, became our success and really showed a lot of people here in Toronto who are pretty insecure people, to be honest. They always feel like they're the kid brother to America. But it really showed them that, anybody who hustles and works hard like Drake has can become this sort of worldwide success. And, we feel really good about obviously the Opendoor situation, the stock, and how much it's appreciated in the last 2 months. It's gone up like almost 10x from 2 months ago at the end of June, but we still think it's a 100-bagger. And why not Drake join the party with either one share or more and participate in this upside as well, which people are interested in. And I think it would just enter, basically for Drake and also for all of his fans, it would be sort of an eye opener to how important the stock market is, how much of an opportunity it is to create generational wealth. And that's a good thing. I also wanted to say tomorrow when I'm in San Francisco, I'm going to try to stop by the Opendoor San Francisco offices. I've sent a message to Shrisha asking if he could come out, do a little photo, maybe give me a little tour. I'd love to meet all these folks there, working hard for the shareholders, ask them if they think about the shareholders much and all that stuff. So stay tuned. We'll find out if something happens. I'll live stream it. Until then, next time, we'll do day 14 in San Francisco, day 15 in New York. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.
There you heard it from the General Eric Jackson. He's doing a lot of work. Got to give him kudos. If you're not already following him, give him a follow on X. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you smashing the like, subscribing, turning on the bell notification for more related content. I really appreciate you all stopping by, and please make sure to comment down below where you're all watching from, what you thought of the video and what your prediction for Opendoor technology is. Thanks, guys.